I'm a storyteller, and I tell stories that are, well, as someone once put it, Rosenesque.
You can't just be normal and boring.
You can't really define it.
It's magic. It's crazy.
But you know it when you see it.
I'm working on line weight, texture.
Dave Roberts' art
intense focus.
takes some serious focus.
My hands get a little sore drawing because I actually have to tense up my muscles. Very intense focus.
Even though his canvas comes from a toy store.
The first one I ever owned, I think I got for Christmas when I was probably 14.
It's an Etch-a-Sketch.
First portrait I did was Gordon B. Hinckley, actually, because I was on my mission.
He says it started as a toy.
Then I came home and started drawing people I knew, my mom, taking commissions.
But over time,
That was the first one I realized that I could draw anything.
became something more.
That's when I knew that I wanted to do a body of work.
It became a goal.
Work my way up to a fine art gallery. George Vlasic and Christoph Brown in LA.
Roberts is one of, believe it or not,
Jane Labowitz, Princess Etch-a-Sketch in Chicago.
just a handful of professional Etch-a-Sketch artists.
I've tried to do so many different art mediums, and I couldn't do anything else.
Britt West of Salt Lake, Sketchy Britt, works on a commission of the Marvel character Venom.
Something about Etch-a-Sketch, it just kind of came naturally to me.
Is it hard to be taken seriously as an Etch-a-Sketch artist?
Yeah, it's very hard.
People, they say,
The reaction is first disbelief.
have doubts.
Disbelief?
Disbelief. That's not real.
I had somebody legitimately think it's witchcraft.
Witchcraft, yeah.
And questions.
Could you draw my cat? Well, I drew the Bellagio. Yeah, you can draw your cat.
But taking this toy
Get a medium that isn't accepted widely
into the world of fine art,
and turn that into something that people respect as art.
and finally into a high-end gallery,
That was my dream come true.
moved Roberts to tears.
Yeah, I cried. Honestly, yeah, I just cried. It was amazing.
That's why he barely moves,
If you notice how little my fingers are actually moving.
hardly breathes.
Sometimes I think I probably hold my breath.
When it comes to the Etch-a-Sketch,
Persistence, focus, setting goals.
Dave Roberts isn't playing around.
This took me a year to draw.
Commitment.
Commitment, yeah. It's one of those things where you have daydreams about, oh, one day this will happen.
Anymore.
My dreams have come true. I know it sounds cheesy, but that's really what's happening now.
Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News.
Art isn't just a painting.
Sometimes artist Susan Kruger-Barber's work
I think of myself as a conceptual artist,
hangs on a wall,
as a problem solver.
and sometimes she takes it to the streets.
This was about visibility. It was an experiment in visibility.
Inspiration came from tragedy.
Individuals were on the scene with the victim at the time.
2 years ago in her neighborhood, a single mother of 3 was struck and killed in a crosswalk.
This profoundly affected me because I'm a mother and she had 3 girls. This one is hard to cross and this one is hard to cross, and those are the wider lanes. I began to consider what I could do as an artist.
What she did
What would really
was make an orange crosswalk flag,
slow down traffic.
a really big one.
It's pretty big. I tried to make it about the size of a car. I walked for 3 hours.
And found
Cars did not slow down.
it didn't work.
I found out that visibility was not the key factor, that cars were still going to speed past me, and that it was kind of terrifying. Really, it depends on the design, the actual design of the street.
So Kruger-Barber, as her alter ego, Art Girl, inflated balloon bulb outs
We need to change the width of lanes,
to extend the sidewalk and slow traffic.
and it did slow down the cars.
She slowed down cars even in Chicago with piñatas during an art residency there.
It slowed traffic down. It made people really excited in the neighborhood.
This, to Kruger-Barber,
Art starts conversations.
is art.
Art disrupts. For a while, we've been planning a neighborhood greenway down the street.
It's helping people visualize Provo's 200 East redesigned for cars and bikes and pedestrians. It's making reptile skin and a lizard costume
When we're driving, we use our reptilian cortex.
to illustrate how drivers think for a performance art piece.
And I made up the song, I am a lizard! I get there first! Get out of my way so I can park!
For the sake of her neighborhood,
I don't really like to be angry.
Susan Kruger-Barber
Let it fester, become bitter. So I think, what can I do to solve this?
turned crossing the street
I like to change my anger into, woo! Fun.
into and art. Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News.
No, I rebelled. I thought it was too flaky to be an artist.
Having a famous artist as a dad doesn't mean Evan Smith
I was never interested. I never had that feeling like, oh, I've got to express myself.
and his half-brother Willie are all about art.
You think Evan doesn't care less? Willie could care even less about art.
But nevertheless,
A friend of ours just said, you guys ought to have a show together.
here they are in a gallery. Willie, Evan, and their dad, Tony. 3 Smiths, each drawing to his own beat. In the art world, Tony Smith
A very famous Utah artist in his day.
has serious cred,
Now he's just a,
Has been.
has been. Do you have a white pen?
but collaborating with his sons
Being an artist, a drawer, or a painter is a solitary experience.
was something new.
And we're not used to any of that.
It was kind of like
You know, somebody passes you the ball
basketball.
and you can drop it or you can...
No, that's not a good analogy.
That's not a good metaphor? All right.
No, it was kind of like jazz. Willie drew chickens,
There are a lot of chickens.
There are a lot of chickens.
Evan made him draw 3 chickens a day.
and Evan and Tony
We talked about putting in a chicken coop.
improvised.
And I decided to throw in this fox.
So we all decided to draw ourselves as chickens, and there's Willie's chicken and my chicken and Evan's chicken.
Willie drew pictures of The Sopranos,
He'd give us a drawing.
and Evan and Tony
Evan worked on this, and I worked on that, and then Willie would come in and look at that and say,
ruined them.
nope, it's ruined. This drawing started out with Evan doing a monoprint of a chicken, and then I gave it to Willie, and he drew Tony Soprano on there.
I thought was attracting him to that Italian culture was their sense of family.
Yeah.
And that they're extremely devoted to one another.
One another,
And
yeah.
he has that same connection with us. He loves family, he loves...
Yeah, for Willie, the family is everything.
Yeah, get in there and fix that.
At least 2 out of 3 Smiths didn't make the art for art's sake.
He wasn't interested in the show. He didn't want to go to the show.
They did it for the family.
The artwork is just kind of a byproduct of it. You know, I've gotten a nice chance to hang out with my dad. You always wanted me to be a professional athlete, which I thought
Yeah,
was...
I wanted you to be a motocross racer.
Yeah, and connect with him.
Kind of like The Sopranos.
Are we like The Sopranos?
Probably.
Sort of.
Probably. It's not as brutal. Not quite as brutal.
Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News. Stephanie Deer's studio takes you back a few years.
Maybe a few decades, not just years.
I grew up in the 70s.
Deer grew up in small-town Utah.
Twilla, Dugway, Camas, absolutely small town.
Those formative years inspired her wardrobe,
I wear vintage clothes. I buy a lot of clothes at estates. I buy clothes on eBay.
her hairdo,
This is who you are.
This is who I am. This is not a put on. This is who I am.
and it inspired the Beehive Lady.
The Beehive Lady's roots go back a few years when Deer was an interior designer. She commissioned some paintings for a job and the artist, at the last minute, bailed.
I spoke with my husband. He's like, well, why don't you fake it? The client loved them and it changed my life.
That led to an art show.
The president of the bank bought it and gave it as a gift to John Huntsman.
A painting at the U.S. ambassador's residence in Beijing. It led to an art dealer.
We specialize in early Utah and Mormon art.
So she kind of sticks out.
So she does. She sticks out, way out.
And a new career painting
This one right here is called Let's Do the Twist. Welcome to Happy Valley.
the Beehive Lady.
She likes fry sauce. She cooks funeral potatoes. Roughing it. Some of it's a little bit funny. I think it's okay for it to be funny. The Beehive Lady is based off Loretta, my mother. She's a lot of women. She's all of my aunts, based on my Aunt Lorraine. She's my grandmother. I don't think I ever actually saw my grandmother without an apron on. They even had church aprons that they wore. I come from a long line of very strong women. All of them are redheaded and loud and strong. I'm very grateful to descend from them, and they inspire me.
Today in the studio,
The stuff I grew up with. It's the stuff that was in my grandmother's house.
she's right at home,
It's like a warm blanket. It's happy memories.
right next to a cupcake shop run by her best friend Leslie, who also decorates, and dresses.
Apron is vintage, 50s, early 60s.
A little retro.
We looked at each other, it was like, you're my missing link, I swear. You know, we fit together.
It's like when you were growing up in your hometown. You couldn't wait to get out. Now that I'm older, I realize how great I had it.
For Stephanie Deere, this
is the place.
Is the right place. And the perfect time.
I paint every day at a cupcake store. How bad can it be?
Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News. Photographer Nick Peterson spent months on just 2 pictures. Pictures of the future of the Great Salt Lake.
I came out here when I was a kid a lot.
A Utah native, Peterson moved away and then returned 5 years ago, remembering the lake of his childhood, but seeing this.
These tracks right here are actually buffalo tracks. Went from like a beach where you could go swimming to like this sort of wasteland of lake bed.
Peterson's made a career stitching together imaginary, hyper-realistic landscapes.
Each of these elements are from a photograph that I took.
Images that can be both beautiful.
These beautiful sort of postcard views of different cities, like showing these iconic landmarks.
And awful.
Showing them halfway underwater. The images are kind of colorful and over the top, but I really like this phrase, amusement enlightens.
Peterson's creating 2 landscapes, a lake restored and a lake no more. The threat's not as immediate as it was when he began, but scientists say it's still there.
It's kind of like a giant, complicated puzzle, digitally compositing hundreds of images together into a single piece and making it look realistic and seamless. Birds and creatures, birds in the distance, birds like in the water. It's like focusing on all these tiny details. This is what really makes the difference.
Peterson's trying to show people the big picture. Big enough.
It's 10 by 20 feet.
To get people's attention.
I think it's gonna have like a bigger impact.
People will slow down for a traffic accident, but it doesn't look like there's necessarily slowing down for this, which is much bigger than a traffic accident.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do you reach people? How do you get through?
The idea that what we do today might lead to the rescue or the demise of the lake tomorrow.
We're kind of hardwired as humans instinctively to react to like immediate threats.
Is almost, he says, inconceivable.
It's like an idea or concept that's so large that we can't compute it. It's too big.
But maybe, Peterson says, if you make each possibility something people can really see.
Like scientists have been telling us these things for decades. But my idea is to visualize it, because then I think it makes it more real.
They might truly get the picture. Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News. Open your eyes and notice the little things.
I've always liked tiny things.
McKay Lenker-Bear started small with a college assignment.
That we needed to exhibit our art somewhere in public.
Not confident in her work, she went
tiny art with little tiny labels.
Tiny.
But people would like lay down on the ground to look. And I just was watching from a little bit away, and I thought that was so fun.
Now about once a month, she has people lining up.
Yeah, there's a ton of people here.
So where's the art?
You have to look down low. Down low? Yeah, way low.
To get down on their knees.
Be careful.
She's making a tiny name for herself.
That's my business card.
That's your business
card.
Curating tiny art shows.
It's called Breathings of the Heart. It's a group of ceramic artists.
Always in really unique locations that you wouldn't know about.
We did a show in a bus, a show in a closet of the Springville Museum of Art.
There are tiny programs.
Yeah, like a little program about the art.
So these are tiny Valentine kits, a handmade vase, real bouquet, and a tiny chocolate bar.
Tiny treats.
Like sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies, I did tiny cinnamon rolls. So this is a tiny certificate of authenticity.
And you signed it.
Yeah.
You actually signed it. In a word,
Those are cute. Cute. It's very cute. It's so cute. That is cute. And they'll say, I love tiny things so much. Like, they just wanted to like share, you know?
It's pretty adorable.
Like, I know that it's cute and I like lean into it being cute. But then when they come, they actually do enjoy it, I think. People will come to tiny art shows even though they would normally never go to like a gallery opening.
I don't know, it's not always fun to go to a museum.
It's like a more intimate way of engaging with original art.
the seed of this tiny art world was actually planted by her mom during a childhood
We would make fairy houses together.
filled with fairies.
I'd read books about fairies. I would leave little acorn caps with sugar water out there for the fairies to drink because that's what they like to eat.
McKay Lanker Bear paid attention to the little things,
Tiny things have always been really magical, I think.
took a gallery art show, and added a tiny
Kind of like this piece of like childhood magic.
bit of magic. Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News. What's your medium? This is the story of two artists.
It's chalk markers.
Who followed their dreams
I love the story of up, changing your life, going on a new adventure.
to a grocery store.
It's at a grocery store.
It is at a grocery store, yes.
So you were working over there.
Yes.
James Benyon worked in the bakery.
Started out as an artisan baker.
Scotty Clausen fixed motorcycles and studied engineering.
It was more, you need to do something that makes money.
But both pictured
I just decided, you know what, I really don't like this. Got pears.
a different life.
Oh, it was perfection. Always had this secret desire. And you can see it starts here and it wraps all the way around. To want to pursue art. And we got our cheesemonger over here.
Benyon learned that Harmon's hires artists
Are you a Lucy fan?
I grew up watching her.
to add character
That's Saturday Night Live.
I'm starving.
and characters
Who lives in a pineapple under
Pineapple, Three Amigos.
to the store.
Once I found that out, that's all I wanted to do. So I went to the University of Utah to become a mechanical engineer, and then up there I took a drawing class.
An art teacher convinced Clausen
I'm in the mechanical engineering program. He's like, you should not. You should be an artist instead.
to change careers.
I didn't receive a whole lot of support. I had, multiple people tell me, you're never going to amount to much.
But it was a close call.
All of a sudden, my speech got really, really weird.
And he said, my right side is all tingly and I couldn't talk. And I was like, Scott, that sounds like a stroke.
A TIA, a mini stroke at age 29,
Having that change things for you?
that convinced him
Absolutely.
that he made the right decision.
Gee, Brian, what's with the sandwich?
It made him
Brain
a lot
food
more
pinky?
passionate about life
Brain food pinky?
and about what he's pursuing.
What, Brian? What are we going to do tomorrow night? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Used to bake bread, now you draw bread.
That's right.
Now James Benyon, a self-taught artist, is right at home working in a converted broom closet
Creating something out of nothing.
at his dream job.
Here's my Andre the Giant sign.
Anybody want a peanut?
Things just got surreal.
It's the real Fred Flintstone.
It's the real Fred Flintstone.
I always wondered what that guy looked like.
It's pretty magical.
And just a few weeks after his TIA, Scotty Clausen also landed at Harmon's.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh, it's Santa! I know him!
I know him. What did Willy Wonka say?
Now there are signs everywhere.
Anything you want to do it. Your bare necessities. Blizzard characters.
That's your bicep?
That's my bicep. Steamed vegetables.
There's nothing to it.
That dreams can come true, even at a grocery store. Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News. They look like they belong here. On the walls of the museum gallery, faded images of another century.
The older a photograph is, the more fascinating it becomes.
The work of one E. Bateman, photographer. But take a closer look at the pictures. And then at E. Bateman, a photographer from this century who took these pictures without a camera.
Is what you're doing photography?
I like to think it stretches the limits of photography.
The images perhaps began to develop when a young Edward Bateman
Probably 9 or 10.
started seeing photos of flying saucers.
And would make a few, fake, UFO photographs.
Years later, he experimented with virtual photography.
And I think for the first year, nobody was quite sure what I was doing.
He took photographic artifacts
Carte de visite is French for visiting card.
The original souvenir photos he now lectures about.
This is Mary Bateman. Found her on eBay.
And inserted
every photograph is about the past.
His imagination.
So that how could you make a photograph about the future?
He devised a 19th century 3D printer.
What a 3D printer was like in the 1880s, 1890s.
The technology behind spirit photography.
To try to make a spirit visible. Robots, although that name would not be coined for 80 years, made excellent photographic subjects because of their ability to remain motionless for extended periods of time.
And new evidence of an age of automatons.
A man and a machine that had been in war together, possibly having stories about saving each other's lives.
The young man who developed an interest in ghosts and UFOs remains fascinated with the unexplained.
I want people to imagine a different world and a different time.
Continues to explore what no one can ever really know.
Almost like something totally real, but they're never quite fully real.
With photographs no one's ever really taken. Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News.